Hey, welcome back once again. This is Ace of Diamonds Magic, and I wanted to do something a little bit different today. If you know one thing about me, it's that I really love playing cards, and so I wanted to go through some of the playing cards that are currently being backed on Kickstarter right now, as well as talk through some playing cards that are gonna be up and coming, and some that have just come out as a way to share some excitement with the playing card community. I also want to hear your insights as well. I know that I'm going to miss some, so please let me know what cards you're excited for, what cards you're definitely going to back on Kickstarter, and what cards you cannot wait to get your hands on. So with that, let's get started. Alright, so I've got Kickstarter pulled up, and I just wanted to go through and talk about some of the different cards that are catching my eye as I'm scrolling through Kickstarter. So the first one that I see here is the Bicycle Crafters playing cards. These are printed by the USPCC, and they are done by Cards and Beards. I wasn't too familiar with these cards, so I'm going to open them up and take a look at it. It looks like we have just a standard bicycle playing cards, red and blue with a different back design. The faces look pretty standard. So yeah, that is the Crafters playing cards. We're going to keep moving on. There are a lot of different playing cards in here on Kickstarter right now. So we have the JUIC'd playing cards by Howlin. The one thing that I can tell right away with the JUIC'd playing cards is the artwork is done so well. It's really cartoony, but the details are there and the colors are there. It looks super colorful. Awesome. So next up we have the Shakespeare Playing Cards by Trident Playing Cards. These ones are already funded, but they still have a couple of days to go. So if you want these, you can still back them right here on Kickstarter. The tuck boxes look really good, lots of different foiling. I see 3 different colors in the tuck box, a red, a white, and a black color. Looks like we have custom faces and indices on the court cards there. So that's really nice, just an overall really nice deck of cards. Not something that's my style, but I know that there's a lot of people out there who would really enjoy those playing cards. Up next, we have the Lighthouse Beacon playing cards. These are by one of my favorite playing card creators, Emily Slights 52. So you know that I backed these cards. But what I love about this is it's a broken back design, meaning that when you fan the cards or spread them, you're going to have that consistent feel going on with the cards, which is a nice touch that I feel like is not done enough. And then we have our custom court cards and custom indices on these playing cards as well. I love the idea of having the Lighthouse, and it looks like there's going to be a couple of other versions of these cards as well. Emily always does a fantastic job with their playing cards. Alright, up next we have the SW Erdnase playing cards 125th anniversary. These are done by Doc's playing cards, and this is definitely an homage to the Expert at the Card Table book that if you're a magician, you're definitely going to be familiar with, whether you've read it or you've heard about it on different reviews. So we have the deck of cards here. It looks like there's a couple of options. So there's the standard bordered deck of cards, and then there's a borderless deck of cards as well. The more and more I get into the playing cards, the more I enjoy the borderless deck of playing cards. We have custom pips and indices, custom court cards to go along with the theme. One thing I always really enjoy is the extras, the add-ons. So in this case, we have some poker chips, and I think you get a whole set of poker chips in one of the options. So definitely something to look out for. All right, moving on, we have the cross playing cards. The cross playing cards, these are done by Peter Voth and Riffle Shuffle, the cross playing cards. The tuck box is certainly the standout here. It looks absolutely amazing with the foil on the inside and the outside. When Riffle Shuffle puts their name behind something, you know that the chances are very high that it's going to be good. We have custom pips and indices on this pack of playing cards, as well as custom court cards. Overall, a really nice pack of playing cards. Again, not my style. However, I really like the look of these cards. This is fully funded, so you still have time to back these cards, get them for yourself, and enjoy them. The cross playing cards. Next, we have Tiger's Playing Cards Untamed Collection. These are by Gab Angel Playing Cards. So these cards, it looks like there's two different colorways, a gray and a orange. We have custom court cards featuring different tiger images here. Next up, we have the Elves deck. This is done by FRIS Cards. This one is fully funded as well. I believe this actually was fully funded pretty quick after the launch. So you have this really great tuck box. I personally think this is one of the better tuck boxes that I've seen. And then you have the pack of cards itself. It is fully custom. I'm not a huge fan of this cartoon style, this 3D cartoon style that's done on the cards, but I think overall they are a fantastic pack of playing cards. I really love the back design of these cards, and again, it's fully funded. This is a great time for you to back the project and get those cards. You already know that it's going to be funded, so there's no worries there. So next up, we have the Legends of Elven Resistance playing cards. Now, these are done by The Other Self. These ones are also already funded. And we have a green tuck box. We have a back design that looks like we've got different roots or leaves growing. This deck features court cards that have elves on them. Very completely custom deck of cards. Overall, it's a great deck. Next up, we have Area 51 V2 playing cards. These cards are done by Third Dominion. These ones have this really fancy tuck box along with custom pips and indices, custom court cards. There's some cards that have an extra shine and gloss to them. One thing I really like about this deck of cards is the back design. I think that is the standout of this pack of cards. We have a couple of different colorways. One thing that I think is really unique is this metal insert that they have for the fancier tuck box that you have the opportunity to get. And there you go, that's the Area 51 V2 premium playing cards by Third Dominion. And that's what we basically have going on in Kickstarter. So lots of stuff going on. A lot of things are fully funded. And if you want them, you still have time. You can go back them. You can put your name on the list and get those cards once they're produced. The downside with Kickstarter is you pay for the decks and then it's about 6 months to a year before you actually get those packs of playing cards in your hands. The other thing I want to talk about is other recently released decks and announcements. So this month being October, we get a couple of fun and Halloween themed decks. We saw the Knocktober deck by House of Playing Cards and Alex Pandrea. What a fun deck. That deck features a lot of different glowing icons under a black light, and overall, a great deck. We also have Fulton's October playing cards. Ace Fulton always does a fantastic job with the playing cards. It has October, Halloween theme. It also has some blacklight features to it, so that is a great deck of playing cards. And then we also got to see Dan and Dave Smoke and Mirror playing cards. So they've been slowly releasing different colorways throughout this year, an updated version of the ones that they had years ago, and this month we got to see the smoke and mirror, or the black and white edition of those cards, which is phenomenal. Upcoming, some cards that are coming up in the next couple of days, months, weeks, and who knows when. We have the organic playing cards Pumpkin Spice Roasters. I believe it was last year we saw the Standard Roasters, a fun coffee-themed deck, and this year we're going to get a Pumpkin Spice edition of that card. We have the Theory 11 Lord of the Rings. This is a long-awaited. I think they teased this deck about 9 or 10 months ago on their Instagram, and now they've been teasing it even more. You can sign up to get more information through Theory 11, and so I'm thinking this is going to be their Black Friday deck of cards that they're going to release, along with whatever Black Friday Thanksgiving deals they have going on. And the last one that I just saw on my Instagram feed today is an unknown pack of cards from Dan and Dave. And I don't even think it was Dan and Dave that posted it. I'm going to see if I can find it and show it here for you. But I'm thinking this is another version of their Antlers playing cards, which everybody knows and loves. So with that, that's what we've got going on. If you enjoyed this video, let me know, and let me know different cards that I forgot to talk about that are in Kickstarter or coming out soon that you can back on Kickstarter. I really want this to be something where we can have a conversation about the amazing things that are happening in the world of playing cards. My name is Ace of Diamonds Magic, and we'll catch you on the next one.